Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Real Business Roundtable. This is the one and only show where you can get an unofficial MBA for free. Learn about real-world business, hands-on experience, the do's, the don'ts, the maybes. Today's show is actually about the importance of relevance.
You have to. When Cam's not here because he can't be like, Cam, I need the title.
During the entrepreneur journey of growth, there tends to be a lack of focus on what's relevant.
In what way?
Let me give you an example. We've all heard the old-timer slang term going, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Cue the tea in China real quick. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? It's a term meaning, what does that have to do with anything, right?
Yeah.
So I was in a meeting, and I would say that I like to dress down in meetings. I wear a company polo, jeans, and Nikes. I'm very just kind of go with the flow.
Unless it's necessary, then we put on a suit. But
Casual. And I was in a meeting, and the guy loved what I had and what I do. And he's like, what's with the jeans? I just looked at him like, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? I didn't say that, but I'm like, wait. What are you talking about? Like, it's a company polo and jeans and Nikes. Everything's clean. Nothing's ripped, right? That's my company uniform. Company polo. You know, it is what it is. So he focused on something completely irrelevant. I had somebody, I showed him all my work, quality of work, performance, case studies, The cobbler's kids have no shoes. Have you heard that term?
Well, not anymore. We got some nice new shoes now. Why?
The cobbler's kids have no shoes. Well, our website was a little older, right? The client made a major business decision on how our website looked.
But at the end of the day,
client after case study, it showed, hey, look at this. Nah, dude, you don't care about your website. I'm busy serving my clients. We come last. Clients come first.
At the end of the day, though,
But he was focusing on something completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
If you don't understand cobbler's kids have no shoes, then you are a troglodyte.
But from the outside, let's say we're going to, I have a perfect example. Let's say we're going to buy granite for countertops, right?
Yeah.
If I go to the place just because they have this beautiful, it shows that you're the thing with me, and I agree with you. So don't take this the wrong way. I agree with you 100%. But one piece with me is that if someone has like a true passion for what they do, they should present themselves online.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course. But I'm saying when all the dollars and cents come into, on the spreadsheet or calculation, whatever you're doing, in my mind, I'm like, how much weight does that hold?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree.
If someone said to me like, hey, this is the reason, like I meet with a lot of small businesses. I'm not going to come in a 3-piece suit and come in all, that just doesn't fit with my market and who I'm talking to on the average.
Absolutely.
I'm mostly talking to small to medium-sized businesses, and they're not wearing suits. So it's just kind of like...
Actually, just remembered something, speaking of.
And with this day and age, it's more of a branded company polo, like I said. So instead of the Lacoste, it'll say your company name on it, right? That's the way to go. But what I'm trying to get at is the potential client focused on me wearing jeans. I'm like...
And this could also be this is also pertinent with like just business in general. how you run your business, what products you provide, and stuff like that. Relevancy is really important within your business as well. Like I was saying, I see businesses all the time where I may go on their website, or maybe I'm talking to them about a service or product they provide or whatever it may be, and I notice that there's aspects of unrelevancy within their company. Maybe there's a disconnect with the products that they provide. If there's multiple, maybe it's something that's on the site, that on their online visibility, on their social media, that doesn't connect. There's something there that doesn't make any sense. And it makes you kind of question things. And that's just my person, like my consumer mind, looking at these things thinking, how is that relevant? How does that even make any sense? Especially with a restaurant. I'm going to use a restaurant and food as an example because, it's the thing that most people can understand if you're kind of confused where I'm at right now. So if you go into an Italian restaurant, right? You're thinking pasta, bolognese, vodka sauce. You're thinking of, a lot of carbs, oil.
Carb oil. That was funny.
You go in there
and
they have sushi on the menu. That doesn't make any sense. In my head is like I'm not gonna get that sushi. Like it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
Fusions.
There's some, but that's like the outcast.
Some fusions annoy me a little bit. I'm like, well, because you have a taste on your palate. You want something. I want Thai. I want to taste Chinese. I want to taste Mexican. I want to taste spice. Whatever it might be. When you want that taste and something's fusion, it's a little nerve wracking because you're like, what am I walking into?
Well, and some fusion restaurants do it well with the flavors that match. And listen, I'm a big food guy.
Sometimes it's not even fusion. Sometimes they got this on the menu and then they got that on the menu.
That's what I'm trying to say, though, is the relevancy will turn you off. Yeah. So we'll go into a restaurant and we see an Italian restaurant and they have sushi and teriyaki chicken on the menu. It doesn't work. And that turns you off. You're like, oh, if they're like trying to fit this in, it's they're not focusing on the gnocchi and it's just...
I walked into an Italian restaurant that was serving pupusas. I think that's a South American thing. And I didn't understand. I didn't understand what was. It created confusion.
I'm trying to think if that has any.
They had pupusas right there on the menu. It was like
But what was next to it? Like it was like spaghetti.
Yes.
See, the whole line. That's a perfect example of get the fuck out. That doesn't fucking work.
They had it was just like chicken palm.
Put a bread basket instead.
Shrimp scampi, just like the normal stuff you would see, and then it had the pupusas.
The thing is like.
But I'm thinking that the owner's wife was.
And that could be, and it could be a fucking phenomenal pupusa, right? But.
It's a real dish. Cue a picture.
We love pupusa. It's probably a great pupusa, but at the end of the day,
it's a real. Just so the audience.
It's like a beef patty.
It's a real thing. It's a real.
Yes, of course,
and they're delicious.
They're great. No, I'm saying
there's no issue. There's no issue. But we're talking about relevance. When you walk into a restaurant or whatever, keep it relevant. Okay. Keep it related to your brand and your brand's voice and the whole what you do. If you create too much cloudiness where it's not focused or it's irrelevant, it can cause problems.
Yeah. It turns people away.
And another thing that's super important when it comes to maintaining relevancy and the importance of relevancy is to think about when you are in the process of trying to grow your business. Of course, you want to identify the certain tactics that you can attribute to that growth, right? Sometimes people focus on things that have nothing to do with that growth. So we get into, for example, like, where's the origin of my website traffic? Okay, that's a valid question. Well, sir, ma'am, this portion of your traffic is from organic, which means somebody did a search or they said something in their phone, blah, 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 and they found you. Okay. But sometimes they will stress about other things on the analytics report that really... it doesn't really have anything to do with what we're talking about. we are talking about driving more organic traffic to your business. But then there's focus on, oh yeah, well, what about this? What about that? Oh, it was like one time we had someone on our case about their authority. Now, website authority takes time to build up. If anybody is familiar with that, to gain authority in your industry, to gain authority with your web digital landscape, that's a very, very time-consuming, long.
Well, it's like seniority within a company.
But
That's
like,
it's the best way to explain it.
Dude, so we're talking about relevancy. Nothing was said about this. It was like brought up like 4 months in. Where's my authority? Whoa, we never talked about this, dude. What are you talking about? You know, and it was irrelevant. It was completely irrelevant.
You know, someone probably talked to him and yeah.
It was irrelevant to the scope of work that was already agreed to. It was kind of, what are they? We all know this word, ladies and gentlemen, scope creep. Just so Cam knows what this is, so he doesn't put scope. We're not talking about. We're not talking
sniper.
We're not talking about a scope on a sniper rifle.
Oh my God!
We're not talking about the mouthwash, bro. So we're talking about scope. Scope creep. Scope creep is when someone just kind of adds things willy-nilly to a project.
But we're not gonna.
This client added something irrelevant to the project, and it created a whole new level of stress. Because every meeting he's like, "What about the authority, bro? Hold on, let me just, bro. Where did you get this? Where did you get this from?
Why is there snow?
Why? Why?
Yeah. But this all ties into relevancy, right?
Keep
it relevant. This could be, you don't want to stray too far away from the plan, from the strategy, from the tactic, from whatever it is, because that is going to it's going to hurt you in the end.
Let me give you an example of relevance in the importance of, I'm going to give you an analogy. I'm the king of analogies. Let's say your roof, it's windy. It's windy actually today. Your roof rips up. The shingles rip up from the wind. And you're like, this damn faucet?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. This faucet.
I need more of a moment.
Oh.
Your roof ripped up from the wind. Your roof, listen to me slow. Let me put the fucking beer down. Put the can of beer and Marlboro down for a minute.
Here's another example before he starts going off. Let's say you invest in and you buy a drive-through car wash.
The level of stupidity.
It'd be smart to put, vacuums.
The level of stupidity that we witness is, and I have a soft spot if people are kind of learning and people don't know, and I'm okay. Hey, let's work with you, man. Right? But sometimes you talk to folks that they seem like they're with it, but they focus on the absolute wrong things. Just focus. Okay, the roof ripped up. Okay, it has to do with your shingles, the underlayment, the nails, this, that, the quality of the shingle, whatever. But you, sir, just were talking about the faucets. Okay, so you get your car wash, right? And they're like,
you invest in a let's say you invest and you buy a drive-through car wash, and you want to add a little something to it. What's something totally irrelevant to a drive-through car wash?
an ice cream stand.
And you add an ice cream stand to it. You have a drive-through car wash, and you that would be kind of fire.
Like, because I always thought about
you're vacuuming in the inside of your car. Like, let's grab some ice cream.
I always had this fantasy, and who knows, maybe one day when I retire, I'll invest in this kind of idea. I had this idea for basically a place for car guys and car girls to go And
Yeah.
I have a name for
We
it.
talked about this before. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it has like a burger
yeah.
place.
Ice cream shop.
Yeah, all that. So I take that back.
What's like okay?
Okay, let's rephrase
Think of
this.
something that's not
Let's
relevant to it.
Okay, like not relevant to a car wash.
Yeah.
Let's, so if someone like set up a clothing boutique in the same place as the car wash. So
Like, you sell clothing from a car wash.
You're like wiping down your car and you look over and someone's like holding up a shirt going, "You want to try this on?"
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah. Like what is that? There's no point in having that. You know, you may get 1 or 2 sale from that fucking guy. That's just, you know, oh yeah, I'll try. Why not? But no, it's not going to work.
It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant. It
Keep
doesn't.
it-
But you could do a microfiber rag program. You're selling microfiber rags, maybe some cents for inside your car.
There you go, accessories and stuff
Whatnot.
like that. That is in line.
Relevant.
That is relevant.
You could make more
Relevant.
money on that because you're probably going to sell more.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications to get notified every single time we post an episode. Like and subscribe. Peace out.